Hi everyone and welcome to Digital Fortress. My name is Rick and I'm going to demonstrate the Trezor Model T today. On my Digital Fortress channel here, what I do is I demonstrate cryptocurrency technologies and show you how they work, and also discuss different matters in the cryptocurrency world. So today I'll be demonstrating the Trezor Model T. It'll be an unboxing, so I'll start with the closed up box. Then we're going to show you how to use it with Cardano and the Yoroi wallet. That way you guys have a pretty good idea of how it works. And the Trezor Model T, it's much like a ledger. Ledger's very popular, and you might have seen ledgers before, but it's like a hybrid between a ledger and a Tamagotchi, where it has a little color display on it. The Trezor Model T works with Cardano. Cardano, that's what I'm doing with it. And it also works with Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Zcash, Monero, and many other very popular cryptocurrencies. Okay? So what I need first is I need something to open the box with. I think this will do the trick. Okay, there's our Trezor. Haven't used one of these before. Looks very cool. Hold that up to the camera. You can see through the box. The safe place to store your coins. Okay, I noticed immediately the display. Now I've seen these on YouTube. Need to cut this little tape here. I've seen these on other YouTube videos, and the Trezor has a colored LCD display on it, touchscreen, and the micro USB connector at the bottom here that's sealed, unlike the ledger. Now the ledger's a little simpler in design, but also costs a little less. I think the ledger I got for about $90. This was $189 or something like that. So it costs a little more. And just keep in mind, I mean, the Trezor seems like a great product. I'm going to do a test demo of it, but the Ledger Nano X just came out, and it looks like it's a very competitive product to the Trezor. So we have the Trezor itself. There's a box with appears to be accessories in it. Interesting little type sticker pad. I'll follow the directions to see what that tells me to do. And it has the quick getting started steps on the box. Some people like to tear into a toy and just open it up and they're already familiar with stuff, so they just dig into it. Connect the Trezor to the computer smartphone. Open trezor.io/start in your web browser. Follow the instructions and sleep tight. And number 4 bonus: place the magnetic dock anywhere to hold your device. That's what this is, magnetic dock. There you go. So the magnetic dock has a sticker on the back. You peel this off, you attach it to something. Like I think I'll put it on my other Mac computer. I can stick it on there and then attach it. Interesting. I'm glad they put that little instruction there. All right, it has this little pull tab here. That was just for taking it out of the box. And flip it open. See what we got. It's pretty simple. It's a simple device. Not a big deal. Okay. Oh, USB-C. I said micro USB earlier. It's a USB-C cable. That's good. USB to USB-C. More modern than micro USB. Okay, comes with the instructions. Trezor stickers, if you want to advertise for them. I like stickers. And more detailed instructions. Getting started in detail. Personal recovery seed packets for you to write down your word seeds, and a spare in case you either make a mistake, or what I do is I make a training wallet and I make a real wallet. So I'll make one wallet for training purposes to show you how it's done, and then I'll reset the entire device, and I'll make a real wallet never to be compromised again. Okay, so I'm going to go through the process of how to set it up next. I just had to reposition here so that I could show you the Trezor a little closer, that there's this hollow foil type seal on the bottom, showing that it's secure, that it came from the factory, and I guess that's some type of tamper resistance. Just be alert, if you like things clean, it looks like this. Fingerprints smudge it, of course. That's just how screens are. I don't really care myself, but I noticed it was a very reflective screen. Just a little closer view there. Then, of course, the magnetic holder that you can stick to a computer or stick somewhere and then snap it on to hold it. Thought that was kind of cool. Anyway, let's see how it works. So with the Trezor out of the box, I've removed the seal on the end. It was sealed tight. It was good for security. And the first step says connect the Trezor to your computer or smartphone. I have the USB-C cable that it came with. Plug it in. It's a very tight fit. I've got to press firmly, very firmly, to make sure that it goes in and it stays on. When I first put it on, it was only part way like this, right here, and I pressed, but it's such a tight fit, okay, it just kind of falls out of there. So you got to press it firm and it's a nice tight snap when you get it on there. It's staying on. It's not going anywhere. So yeah, when I first put it on, I realized, wow, so good tight fit. All right, press firmly. That was step one. Step two, open trezor.io/start in your web browser. So let's go to there. Let me put the fat guy up in the corner. Stay. Open Chrome. So I have Chrome open here. I'm going to go to trezor.io/start. Web page comes up. Sorry about that. Okay, so Trezor Model T. Continue to wallet. It shows you where you take that hollow foil off. Okay, so the first page it comes to after I went to the trezor.io/start, selected the wallet, it recognized my device. The device is at the welcome screen. It says install firmware. It's time to install the device firmware. Your Trezor shipped without firmware installed to ensure that you can get started with the latest features right away. The authenticity of the installed firmware is always checked during device start. If the firmware is not correctly signed by Satoshi Labs, your Trezor will display a warning. Okay, that's good. There's a couple layers of security. One is there was a physical layer of security, which was a hollow foil in the box, and now here's like a digital layer of security where it's writing the firmware. So that's nice. It says installing firmware, and at the same time I have this indicator on the device showing that the download is occurring. On the device, a little wheel goes around the clock. You can see it's almost done. And it's done. Please wait for the Trezor to reboot, and it's rebooting. Okay, welcome to Trezor. Create a new wallet. New to Trezor, don't worry, we'll walk you through the setup process in a few minutes. Create new. Or recover wallet. Cool, looks pretty simple. I'm going to set this down, go through the steps, create new. Preparing your Trezor, okay, and the screen changes. So this is a touch screen, a little different than Ledger, and it says complete the action on your Trezor device. Do you really want to create a new wallet? Check mark yes, and it responds. Preparing your Trezor. And on the screen it says create backup. So I'm going to click the create backup in 3 minutes button. Before creating a backup, you should know, it gives you the instructions. Things to avoid: do not take a photo of your recovery seed, do not write it into a computer, do not save it in your cloud storage, and never upload it in the internet. So those are all things that will make it vulnerable. One thing it doesn't say is do not show your seed on YouTube. And if you see me put seeds on my YouTube videos, please don't recycle them, because someone's going to goof around to see if they can do it, and they're going to access your funds if you use it. So that's just a heads up. Okay, so it gives you the warning. You set I understand and agree and hit continue. On the device, it says back up your seed and gives you some more instructions. Confirm action on your Trezor device. Do not disconnect. I hit I understand. And the recovery seeds show on the device. So I actually don't have to show them, but they're shown here on the screen that I can see, and it has the recovery seeds. I'm going to write those down. Once I have all the seeds displayed on this device written down on the seed wallet, it has a button that says hold to confirm. Press and hold, and then it marks it. Then a keyboard shows up and it has you type in the words. Okay, little keyboard on there for typing in the words. So the way that little keyboard works, it's kind of neat. What you do is, if I want that letter L and it's the third letter over on that button, I gotta tap it 3 times. The first time I tap it, it's J, then K, then L. Let's see if I can do it like this. Tap, tap, tap. Oh, that was the letter J. So, yeah, tap, tap, tap. It's got a back arrow, so I just hit back arrow. Okay, let me give it one more try. 2, 3. There you go. Tap, tap, tap gave me the letter L. It's not one of my words, but I just wanted to show you how that works, because as you can see, you got to play with it a little. It's not hard. Old guy figured it out. Okay, so back arrow, and I'm going to type in the correct word it's asking for. So once I got sample passphrase words correct, it came back and said pin not set, and the icon changed. The create backup on my screen is there. And the next step says continue and name your device, but on here it says pin not set. So we'll see what that does. So hit continue. The next thing says name your device. Why should you name your device? You might want to choose your own name that will be displayed on your Trezor. This way Trezors will not get mixed up, and it's super cool. Okay, I think I'll name my device then. I'm gonna name it Megatron. Confirm to continue. Now it's coming to the pin. So it says, do you really want to change your label to Megatron? Check. Pin not set is still there, and the next step is set pin lock. It says I chose a wonderful name. Okay, yay, exclamation point. Set up pin lock. Enter a new pin for Megatron. Do you really want to set a new pin? Check. Good job, your pin is set. There's how it looks. Got my little wallet with Megatron on there. Continue. Stay in touch. Stay updated with our newsletter. So that's the step 4. Stay in touch. Type in your email address. I also have the option to skip this step, so I'm going to skip it. And it looks like I'm done. Continue. Awesome. You're all set. Your Trezor is ready to go, and I hit finish. Okay, so now I can send and receive on my Trezor, and it's set up. Alright, so now it's set up, and I think if I want to receive, I would use this receive address, and the remaining part of this would be with Yoroi. So what I'm going to do is that wraps up the unboxing and setup of the Trezor Model T, and the next video I'm going to do will be how to send and receive to the Trezor Model T using Yoroi for sending and receiving Cardano. The last and funnest part we're going to do here is connect the Trezor to Yoroi using Chrome so that we can send ADA back and forth between Daedalus and Yoroi. But the key is we're going to connect the Trezor to Yoroi using Chrome. So let me get Chrome open. I'm going to start from scratch on this one. Okay, so here I have Chrome. I'm logged into it. We can go to the Play Store. It's not signed in, but I'm signed in here. I'm in the Chrome Web Store. I'm going to search Yoroi. And you can do it just like this. Now, what I have at this point, I should have showed you on big screen, but I have my initialized Trezor. It's not plugged in. It's just, here it is. I'll plug it in shortly. There we go. It is the one I initialized and installed the firmware. So I'm going to search Yoroi and select Add to Chrome. Add Yoroi, add extension. Now when I add it, it's going to put a little icon up here for Yoroi, a shield. Yoroi means armor. Okay. Now to launch Yoroi, I click that shield. And the first page comes up, language select English and continue. Now new for Yoroi, if you have an old extension of Yoroi, make sure you have your seeds if you need it, but you would have to install the newest version to work with the Trezor. Read the terms of use, make sure you read it thoroughly. I'm a speed reader. Continue. And there's a selector here for connect to Trezor hardware wallet. You can use that selector. And it gives you the instructions for connecting to the connecting to the wallet. It only supports Trezor Model T with version 2.0.8 or later, which I installed the firmware earlier in the video here. The Trezor must be pre-initialized. I did that. The Trezor device screen must be unlocked. Your computer must remain connected to the internet throughout the process. The Trezor device must remain connected to your computer throughout the process. So that means you're setting it up, leave it plugged in. But at least your key is still in here. So I'm going to plug it in. Plug the Trezor in. It's plugged in, powers up, it says that it's locked. I'm going to select it and unlock it with my PIN. Interesting, it scrambles the numbers on the keypad so that it doesn't have obvious fingerprints as to the numbers you're punching in. Pretty cool. Okay, so I connected it and I unlocked it. Okay. Hit next, and that's what it tells you to do. After connecting your Trezor to computer, press the connect button and a new tab will appear, and follow the instructions on the new tab. In the process shares the Cardano public key with Yoroi, and that's what allows you to send and receive funds. So I'm going to allow. I'm not going to use don't ask me again. I'm going to say allow once for this session. Export the public key. That will export the public key from the Trezor to the Yoroi wallet that's in Chrome. And there we go. It recognized the wallet name that I typed in here is now showing here on Yoroi as Megatron. Then I hit save, it'll just keep the name. And now I have a wallet. So this is a Yoroi wallet initialized using because the Trezor is plugged in. Now to test it. Okay. So I'm going to receive at this address right here. I'm going to send from Daedalus to Yoroi. I'm going to send to ADA. Calculates the fees, hit next. Password. Hit send, and there it goes. So it looks like it has a valid address. Right now, Megatron on the right hand side in Yoroi shows 0 ADA. and I'm watching for the transaction to show the balance here, and I should get transaction indicators in this list. The biggest difference between this version of Yoroi and previous ones I've used on the interface is up here on the Yoroi shield. It shows Yoroi plus Ledger, or I mean Trezor. It has the Trezor icon. And other than that, it looks very similar. There are a few minor changes, and there's my transaction. So I received the 2 ADA here. Number of transactions 1, ADA received. And on the left, it shows the outbound on Daedalus. Now I want to send it back. So now I'm going to send the 2 ADA back from Yoroi to Daedalus minus my transaction fees. So I need my receive address. I'm going to copy that, put it in Yoroi and send it, and check that the addresses match. And they do. That's where I'm sending it. And the amount, I can't send the whole 2. See over here I get this not enough money because of my transaction fees. So I'm going to send, it looks like it's about 1.8. And the way I do it, I can run the math here and figure out exactly how much I can send to get rid of it all. What I do is I just type in the number 5 and see how it turns red. So I always use 5 and then I go up or down. So I do 5. Now I'm going to go backspace 4 and it turned red, backspace 3, and 3 is good. Then I use 5. And if it doesn't turn red, I go up, and if it turns red, I go down. Then I go 4, and I go 3, and I go 2. 2 is good. Then the next number, I'm going to put 5. And it didn't turn red, so I'm going to go higher. I'm going to go 6, 7, 8. And it turned red, so I got to go back down to 7. So the next number is 7. This is just a goofy little thing that I do. And I'm going to do 5. I think it's supposed to be 0 because 1 0. Okay, 5 is red, so I got to go down. So I go 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Yep, it was 0. And then the last number should be a 0, but you know, like I was saying, 5. Phase of 5 turns red. Nope, didn't turn red. One last number yet. So it didn't turn red. I go up 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's it. Okay, yeah, and it should be a 9 because the last number over there is a 1. So that will make exactly 2 ADA, and that will empty this wallet. Okay, see how it came out to exactly 2 ADA. Now I should have just done the math, but I did my stupid little trick, which is the long way. Okay, so I'm going to do send using Trezor. It's asking me to allow the Chrome extension for permission to read the public keys from the Trezor device. It didn't say private. That's good. Okay. So to prepare the Trezor device for transaction and data signing, allow once. Follow the instructions on your device. Now I'll show you the device while we're here. I know, a very small window up in the corner. Let me try to make it a little bit easier to see. Gives you the fee, transaction size, check mark, and it says confirm network, mainnet network, check mark, and it gives you the output transaction, crazy numbers, don't understand them, there they are. That should be the output of the address. Let me see, DDZ, FFZ, yep, okay, crazy numbers is the address it's being sent to, and then there's a swipe so I can see the rest, and it's correct. So check mark, and that is the address that it's going to, amount, and off it goes, confirm transaction on Yoroi. And now we should see the 2 ADA go back over here to Daedalus. Well, the 1.8 ADA, come back over here. And there it is. That was pretty quick. Well, that's it. That's how you use the Trezor. And the key there was connecting the Trezor to the computer, installing Yoroi into Chrome, and when you initialize Yoroi, you select the Trezor option, and then you have your Trezor wallet. Your public key is shared from the Trezor to Yoroi, and then you can conduct your transactions. Well, there you go, a demonstration of the Trezor Model T. Pretty interesting device. I think I'm going to enjoy using this device. I can't wait to see what other crypto technology comes out in the future. If you guys have recommendations for devices you would like to see tested or wallets that you would like presented on this show, please let me know. Leave some comments down below, or you can reach me on Twitter, and I'll leave a link to my Twitter in the description section. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to click like. If you want notifications, use the bell, and if you'd like to see more of these videos, hit subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and have a great day. Bye-bye.